Parliament has used its legal powers to seize internal Facebook documents in an extraordinary attempt to hold the U.S. social media giant to account after Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg repeatedly refused to answer AMP's questions.
Here's a summary of the article.
Parliament has used its legal powers to seize internal Facebook documents in an extraordinary attempt to hold the U.S. social media giant to account after Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg repeatedly refused to answer AMP's questions. The cache of documents is alleged to contain significant revelations about Facebook decisions on data and privacy controls that led to the Cambridge Analytica scandal. This is an unprecedented move, but it's an unprecedented situation. We've failed to get answers from Facebook, and we believe the documents contain information of very high public interest. The struggle to hold Facebook to account has raised concerns about limits of British authority over international companies that now play a key role in the democratic process. A Facebook spokesperson said that 643's claims have no merit, and we will continue to defend ourselves vigorously. Facebook said, the materials obtained by the DCMS committee are subject to a protective order of the San Mateo Superior Court restricting their disclosure. We have asked the DCMS committee to refrain from reviewing them and to return them to Council or to Facebook. We have no further comment. UK, Canada, Ireland, Argentina, Brazil, Singapore and Latvia will all have representatives joining what looks set to be a high-stakes encounter between Facebook and politicians.
This post received a score of 42,911, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than Facebook said, the materials obtained by the DCMS committee are subject to a protective order of the San Mateo Superior Court restricting their disclosure. We have asked the DCMS committee to refrain from reviewing them and to return them to Council or to Facebook. We have no further comment. Yeah, right. Like any U.S. court, superior or no, has any sway over the powers or actions of the English Parliament, in England. They may be protected or restricted in the US, but they're not over here. Try telling Putin not to read a US memo because it's marked eyes only, lol. Consider the other side of this though. What happens if Zucky just says, fuck it, flips Parliament the double birds and just refuses to give the UK anything? It's not like Facebook has physical assets in the UK to actually be seized.
Greater than what happens if Zucky just says, fuck it, flips Parliament the double birds and just refuses to give the UK anything. They can impose unlimited fines on FB and prevent them operating in the country.
How do you actually enforce that fine if he doesn't visit the country? They could fine him $10 trillion. Doesn't mean he has to pay any of it. He could just keep flipping him the bird from California.
Well, that's the point. If he stays put, nothing. But it means he A. can't visit that country, B. likely can't operate Facebook in that country as it will be IP banned on a federal level, and C. the US may or may not strike an extradition deal to physically move him to said country. Listed in order of likelihood from realistic to come on now, son.
He also theoretically couldn't visit any country that has an extradition agreement with the UK, because as soon as he lands there, and he's hardly an anonymous person, he'd be arrested and stuck on a plane to Heathrow grinning face with smiling eyes.
That would give me so much joy. Anytime a billionaire is held to the same standard as a middle-class person, it should be celebrated.
When the fuck has that ever happened, lol?
I wonder if there's a website or subreddit documenting every time a billionaire has been imprisoned for a similar sentence to the average person tried for the crime that the billionaire was tried for. I'd read that.
There doesn't seem to be anything here.
Facebook said, the materials obtained by the DCMS committee are subject to a protective order of the San Mateo Superior Court restricting their disclosure. We have asked the DCMS committee to refrain from reviewing them and to return them to Council or to Facebook. We have no further comment. The issue Facebook has here is there are many countries who are asking the same questions and will back each other up. The Californian Superior Court has no say over what a sovereign state does on their own soil. That's Facebook's problem, not the UK's. I highly doubt Facebook can risk a confrontation with the UK, let alone all the countries currently asking questions in this panel. Edit: if Facebook stops working in the UK overnight, the government won't suddenly stop.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smry.com, without any human intervention.